Live on Stream It Sports and PSD Channel 10, it's Poudre School District High School Basketball. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By University of Colorado Health, we improve lives from healthcare to health. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase.
Welcome to PSD Athletics tonight from beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. The Fossil Ridge SaberCats host the Fairview Knights in conference play. I'm David Haase, tonight joined by Cody McCoy on production, along with Chris Colton on camera. And Cody, I think we're going to have a pretty good game here. Fairview is not having the year we're normally expect from them, but they've got a couple talented players, and will certainly it'll be a game. It's a must-win for the SaberCats if they want to contend for the title.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great matchup. Fairview and Fossil have always had great matchups. Even when I was playing, it was just always back and forth. Fairview's going to be rough. They're going to be trying to push you around, intimidate you.
Put this game in the phone booth, won't they?
Yeah, they're going to do the best they can. That's just the style of ball they play. And Fossil, talking to Coach Schmidt, this is going to be almost a trapper game because they don't have the best record, but you can throw them. We always say you can throw all the all the records out of the book.
You get two of the better scorers in the state here tonight with Ryder and Bertolette, and that will be a matchup we'll watch tonight for sure. So stay tuned. We'll be back for the opening tip of the lineups.
Thanks to First Bank and Apple Pay, I can easily buy stuff using my phone. Thanks to my driverless car, I can't figure out how to change this song.
Apple Pay, now at First Bank.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Matt, and I am UC Health. I've got two boys, and I've got a girl, and I think they see me as someone who, fixes broken hearts mainly and gets people back out there. My daughter, who's 9 months, she'll understand someday that I try to help people, and I think they take pride in that.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the finish application in the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Wayne?
I like easy. That's why I got this self-driving car. And why I signed up for the First Bank Anywhere account. It warns me if there's ever trouble. And with 24-hour customer support, right away. Sorry. No. No lock.
Easy should be easy. The new Anywhere account, only at First Bank.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Back here now at Fossil Ridge High School. Starting lineups first out for the Knights from Fairview. Number 3, Cole Heisner. For the SaberCats, Cole Schilling, number 3, the senior. It is senior night here. We had a lot of moments with athletes and cheerleaders and dance squad members before the game. Out now for the Knights, number 4, Trent Carson. Number 5, Josh Grove, senior. Next out for Fairview, number 11, Sam Grad. Number 11, Jackson Everhart. I think you're going to see a senior lineup tonight, Cody.
Yeah, that's usually something that Coach Johansson likes to do, just to kind of honor them one last time. Yep. Usually a starting 5 full of seniors.
Player of the night probably to watch, especially for the Fairview side, Frank Ryder, number 24. Going to the University of San Diego, 6'10". We'll probably figure out why he's going there pretty quickly. Garrett Schmidt, number 30, out for the SaberCats. Last starter out for Fairview is Will Coppin, number 33. And Colby Ripsum, number 35, and the last senior on the lineup, out for the SaberCats. So we're minutes away from the tip-off. Thanks for tuning in to Stream It Sports, streamsports.com/PSD, along with Channel 10, PSD TV. So with a player like Ryder, you know, Cody, you look at it, there's a very dominant 6'10" postman going to go play Division I basketball. You're going to have to look at, if you're the SaberCats, they've got those fouls in the middle. They've got 3 post players from Ripsum, Grove, and DeHart. You can run a lot of bodies at him, can't you?
Yeah, but that's the thing between a D1 post and not a D1 post is usually the D1 post isn't just a big body. He's just got an array of moves. He's really good on his feet, and he can finish at the bucket. So it's one thing to match up size, but it's all about defending him and how you're going to do that.
Watching him in the warm-ups, and he certainly has got the moves. So here's the tip, controlled by the Knights. Man defense right out of the gate for the SaberCats. See how fast they try to get involved in the shot there. Shots up, rebound by Schilling, a little long. Yeah, Ryder's going to be one of those. It's just you're going to have a body on him the whole time.
Yep, you just can't leave him.
Everhart goes baseline, moves around, doesn't get to fall. Rebound by Grad. And a little communication issue there, goes away. Great night here in Colorado to be watching your favorite team. Several teams in action tonight. We had a great girls basketball game last night, Fossil Ridge and Poudre.
Yep, conference is coming to an end, and the state tourney's right around the corner. You got to be playing your best basketball.
This will end the conference season this week. Fossil Ridge tonight has to win. Then they go to Boulder, who's leading the conference. They can basically, if Boulder holds serve and wins tonight, they'll go down there and have a chance to win the conference by tying and having the head-to-head matchup. No score here, 6:46 left.
Yep, good patience by Fossil, really moving it around, really going to get that best possible shot.
Well, you see Ripsum there is a long ways away from the bucket. Schilling underneath, gets a block, gets back outside to Grove, though. The short jumper is up and in. You can see where Ripsum was away from the bucket that time, trying to take Ryder outside and take that 6'10" presence out of the lane.
Yep. He's in the game because he's a senior, but he's also probably the best matchup Fossil has against such a big, dominant body.
Yeah, I think Ripsum's everything is 6'7".
Yep, big boy.
And certainly no leaning on him without him leaning back. That's a physical presence there. That's what every coach likes to have and say but he's a good athlete too, along with certainly with Grove and DeHart. Fairview inbounds, got to find somebody. Gradwell out top. Baseline again, Brad, baseline shots up, off. Nice check out that time by Schmidt. Kicks it out to Everhart on the line. Everhart's just a prototypical wing player, isn't he?
Yep, he just does a little bit of everything. He's going to be a great defender. He's going to be aggressive going to the bucket. And just great senior leadership for the SaberCats.
Cole Schilling chases it down, doesn't get to keep it in bounds, goes up about 4 levels into the Fairview fans. Nice turnout across the way by parents for the SaberCats. Here it is a Tuesday night. Same with the students down below. Not much going on yet, just a 2-0 lead for the SaberCats early here in the first quarter. Ryder's yet to take a shot. Finally gets the ball in post position, finds him across. Instant double team, wasn't it? And that's going to be a Cards foul. Nice job by Cole Schilling, just getting enough in front of his guard. First foul in the game, fouls on Carson, number 4.
Yep, and Fossil, they know they can kind of match up with him body to body, but he's just got so many good moves that they're going to send a double team his way.
Exactly. Everhart goes in, blocked by Ryder. Quickly out to Carson. Knights on the run. $15-footers up and good. First bucket knocked down by Heisner. All tied at 2. Oh, great lob pass underneath. And here we got a ball stuck in play. Ryder blocked Grove's shot and pinned it underneath the basket, which is basically a ball out of bounds. Last possession for the SaberCats.
And that's just length. You can't teach height. You can't teach length.
Well,
That's just a nice
tell
block.
Grove had no experience with somebody that big and that quick behind him stuffing that ball, did he?
Yeah, it was a great pass, great move.
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere.
Baby hook that time goes straight up over the top of Grove for 2. His second bucket here in the early going. Carson, 3-pointers up and good. Makes a 5-4 lead now for the Knights. 4:20 left in the first. Everhart thinks about the long 3. Schmidt drops one in.
And that's just a great set play. I mean, Fairview ran a set play, got a 3 off it. Fossil comes back, does the same exact thing. Both teams are really running their offense, running their set plays really nicely and effectively so far.
Ryder outside now. He's got trips him one-on-one, powers into him. Nice dish. Oh, it doesn't go. The bunny doesn't fall, but Roan rebound still doesn't fall. A little contact underneath there. Grad was popped pretty good. No call to play. Other way though, Everhart slices in, doesn't get the finger roll, rips him with the rebound. Kicks it back out top to Schilling. They'll set the play again. 3.5 to play in the quarter. Good ball movement. Just kind of back and forth trying to find somebody, although I think they've kind of figured out Schmidt is the one on the floor you really got to watch outside, and Everhart's going to cut to the middle. A little bit of a hand check that time on Carson. His second foul, two fouls only in the game, and they both belong to number 4 from the Knights. Substitutions in now, Bertolette and Mike Schilling both in.
Interesting, Fairview only has 5 guys on the bench. They didn't really fill out any of the JV guys that normally suit up for the varsity game.
Exactly. Substitution is Kadim, number 5 for the Bertolette right away. 3-pointer off the side of the glass. I think that's a little different when you sit for the first 5 minutes of the first half.
And that was just good defense on Fairview. They were able to get through the screen, get a hand up, and kind of forced him to go off a single foot.
Yeah, he had a little contact after he shot it, but certainly didn't affect the shot any. Ryder now an isolated play down the box with Ripsum. Yeah, that was a good backdoor play and just a nice dunk from the backside by Heisner. I think Heisner said, I'm not going to do the little baby shot that I missed twice in a row.
Yeah.
Let's be sure.
I mean, that's just a great pass by Ryder as well. He found it, he saw.
Yeah, that's your point about what else can he do. Schmidt was in a bad place with Ryder all above him, shoveled his feet. All tied at 7 here at Fossil Ridge High School. I'd like to thank our banner sponsor this year, Rocky Mountain Fever, feverhoops.com. Got a little stoppage of play here. The referee's making maybe a comment about student section. Here comes the law. Everybody wants to be a fan. Just don't be that one fan.
Yeah, I guess
Nice job by Schmidt. Oh, wow. We just had a really big-time collision there, and I'm glad Schmidt took that below the shoulders. He did a nice job of cutting in front in the steel, and
his head flew back a little bit where he didn't know if it was kind of head-to-head contact.
Yeah, Kadeem came across there, and it was a pretty good pop. Both of them, thankfully, are up and okay. I can't believe that Schmidt wouldn't have a little bit. He might hear the phone ringing for a while. Tough kid. Bertolette going around the outside the pick.
And this is just going to be a chess match between two coaches. They've played each other a million times. They know exactly what each one wants to do. So it's just going to be a chess match.
Schilling goes in, little 5-footer, pulls back, sees Ryder in front of him. That's just the difference having that proven inside. Goes in again, this time rejected by Ryder. It actually just took the block away from him.
I mean, it's just hard. It's hard to attack.
It wasn't so much a block as it was just I just took the ball from you. Other end, though, rebound by Bertolette, pushing the pace down court. He just going to get called for the push off there. No.
Yeah, I saw the same thing as you. I didn't know if they were going to call it or not.
He does a nice job with that. Most of your scorers have ways of getting open and using this extension of the arm, as long as you don't straighten the arm out. But
it's the little things.
It was called ahead of time. 4 fouls right now on the Knights, none so far on the SaberCats. Substitution in for the Knights, too, number 23. Calvin Moose. Along with 33, Kaufman. Bertolette baseline, gathers some contact again. Substitution back in for the Knights, now number 15. Jackson Whittle. Schilling inbounds. Pulling it back out. Trying to set a play. You almost got to wonder will you try to go at Ryder, maybe gain a foul or two. Ripson just tries to bull in, jumps straight up into him.
And that was the right move. He was straight up, and he kind of broke that plane. That's an automatic foul. Even doesn't matter how tall you are. As soon as you break that, they're going to call it.
2 foul shots coming now for Ripson. Second one coming.
And Mr. Ripson has had a very nice senior year, except for the free throw line.
Well, it's just not every.
It's just one of those things, yeah.
So 1 for 2 trip there. 8-7, SaberCats lead with under a minute to play here in the first. Slow, low-scoring first quarter for sure. Ryder hasn't even had really maybe one shot at the rim, and he's passed off. He's got a couple assists.
Yeah, they're not really keying in him offensively to get him on the block.
Well, you got to wonder how long it'll be before he'll try to shoot it. Just take an outside shot or two. Shot goes up, rebound taken away by Kadeem. Try to pass down low, stolen away. I don't think you can make an entry pass to Ryder that goes that low. Blocked down by Grad the other end. Foul on the SaberCats. Josh Grove will pick up his first. That's the first foul of the quarter on the SaberCats, so they've escaped the whistle pretty well so far this game. One more will put the Knights in the single bonus, so they've got 6 already. They'll put the SaberCats in a 1-on-1 early the second quarter, you would imagine.
And that's just, they play aggressively. That's just kind of the style they are, and it kind of depends on how the refs are calling it.
4 to play. Somebody from Fairview is going to have to shoot the ball here, and they're going to take a shot at the buzzer, and it's going to fall short. So a fairly uneventful and not much for the scoring, but a lot of hustle on the court, and that does happen. So after 1 here at Fossil Ridge High School, the SaberCats lead the Knights 8-7. You're watching Stream It Sports.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Matt, and I am UC Health. I've got 2 boys, and I've got a girl, and I think they see me as someone who, fixes broken hearts mainly and gets people back out there. My daughter, who's 9 months, she'll understand someday that I try to help people, and I think they take pride in that.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
I like easy. That's why I got this self-driving car. And why I signed up for the First Bank Anywhere account. It warns me if there's ever trouble. And with 24-hour customer support, I can get help right away. Sorry. No lock!
Easy should be easy. The new Anywhere account, only at First Bank.
Back here now at Foster Ridge High School to start our second quarter. The Knights from Fairview trailing by 1 with the ball. I think the story of the first quarter was neither a bucket from the two top scorers of either team. Two of the top scorers in 5A in the state, Frank Ryder and Braxton Bertolette, both averaging well over 20 points a game. Ryder the first time goes out, spins the middle, little baby hook, and as soon as I say it,
yep,
that was a move, wasn't it?
Yeah, just great footwork, great hands. He knew where he was on the court. Just a nice touch on the flow. That's why he's going D1.
Bertolette knifes through the middle, lefty fall away goes. I think that's one of the more dangerous things about Bertolette that doesn't show as much in his game. Maybe he doesn't have to need to so much yet, but can turn and use that left hand just as well as his right near the glass.
And that's something we've talked about all year with these young kids. They really need to use their opposite hand.
Kadeem penetration has to kick it back out. Speaking of young kids, your team that you get to coach through Fever Hoops. Get to talk to them at halftime. Nick Girardi in the game now for the SaberCats. He's going to be called for the blocking foul. Second foul on the Cats. Substitutions back in now for the Knights. Grad will take a seat back in the game. Number 3 is Heisner. Along with 32, checking in for the first time is Mitch Tice. Fairview hasn't taken a three-point attempt yet where it was part of their play. Tice tries to go by Jackson Everhart. Jackson Everhart just clamps down on the ball, stops him mid-step, turns around, and they've got the possession arrow, so the SaberCats inbounding, leading 10-9. Schilling, Everhart, Girardi, Bertolette, and Grove on the court. A lot of contact under there. I think you just had to pick a number out of the group. That was a bunch of willing combatants there. Foul's called on Everhart, his first.
And both teams have really just not gotten the whole. They're running everything perfect. It's just not a lot of shots are falling, and just kind of trying to get those cobwebs of some sort.
Well, just sometimes it gets to be the dog days of the season.
Yep.
Your legs are a little bit tired, shots are a little more flat. It is different. Three-pointer for Fairview, up, off. Oh boy, Nick Girardi did a great job underneath. Good pass down head to Everhart, lays it up. Bertolette, what every guard should be doing, right? You turn around, get your head up, and see down court.
Yep, and that's how Foster wants to run. If whoever gets the ball, everyone needs to be sprinting down court. And if he's open, pass him the ball.
12-9 SaberCats now, 5:50 left in the half. Lob inbounds. Heisner pump fake, tries to go up with Everhart. Strong off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound, though, tipped away. Wasn't secured by the SaberCats, so back out front. Gonna have a blocking foul that time on Schilling. Tried to get over there, not quite that full step to be squared in front.
His feet were moving just a little bit.
Fourth team foul in the SaberCats. So after starting off with a 6-0 lead in the foul department, the Knights have surrendered back 4 in a row, so the balance is coming back in the game. Ryder back in now, checking in, a little offense on the edge. Also in the game for Fairview's number 40, Jake Pikinen. Three-pointer from the line that time, and that just wasn't a shot that young man wanted to take.
Now, it looks like Foster's going to kind of dare them to shoot, and it'll be up to Fairview to see if they can make them.
Their team percentage is not that great either, but as you can tell, that's not part of their offense now. With such an effective big man, Bertolette, 3 in the other end. Still cold from the outside for him, but tell you look back, a good outside game will open up the middle, and right now there's no reason to worry about that if you're the SaberCats. Baseline for the Knights off. Quick outlet down to Bertolette. Tries the up and under. A lot of pastry, but no dough.
Did you come up with that by yourself?
Yeah. Well, I was almost surprised he didn't pull up on the three-pointer. He had a clear look at it. But he makes more of those than he misses, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good pass underneath. Lefty is up and in. Recipient there, Moose, just patiently had to square up the box. Quickly down, though. Everhart blocked and fouled. Everhart, one of the things he just does best, he cuts off that wing. You know, it's kind of like watching Scottie Pippen to come down the side, and Pippen just cuts in, and you can't stop him. He only takes 2 steps from the arc, and he's on the glass.
Yep, and he goes up strong with 2 hands.
Yeah, that's a great coaching point there too. 2 hands on the ball up to the rim.
That wasn't an air ball, was it?
Yep, afraid it was.
There was a bar. I didn't know.
Got a little bit of net at the bottom of it, and that was all legs.
Somebody closed the door.
That was all legs. Yeah, just
and I see the coaching staff laughing.
Yeah, well, some nights it's just going to happen, but you just have to get your legs back in the shot. This time he probably
too much legs.
Yeah, overcooked it. Mike Schilling, though, the ball hit the ground. Literally, as a guard comes in.
Great hustle by Fairview. Cole Schilling
had the lane,
was all by him. Yep, and just that second after
got a hand on it. 3:58 left here in the half. 12-11. SaberCats do lead.
SaberCats coming in their 2-3 zone. Kind of another way you can take Ryder out of the game.
Jackson Everhart there made the play by going up, not so much getting the rebound, but tipping it away from Ryder and allowing his teammate to get the rebound. Schilling pump fake goes in, the lefty off the glass. Good. Great effort.
Yeah, just good, strong move. Kept his hands on the ball, took the contact, and was able to find the square and just make a nice move, finish the bucket.
Right now, I mean, there's nobody within 6-8 inches. I mean, Garrett Schmidt is having to guard Ryder. I mean, it's like one of those moments where it's like, why don't you just get him the ball?
Just see what the man can do.
Yeah, well, there's a huge height advantage on the floor right now. And it takes nothing away from the athleticism of Schmidt or Everhart, the 2 bigs that you'd say, but they're more at the 3 or 4 position on the court. .250 left in the half. As I said, low-scoring game. Oh, nice move inside. Sometimes you're not seeing it, but then Schilling a little bit too much English on, spins it around. So a timeout is taken by Fairview, trailing by 3 here at Fossil Ridge High School. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
We're back here now at Fossil Ridge High School. Conference play, Front Range League Conference play. Second to last game of the year for both these teams. SaberCats lead by 3. They need the win tonight to go down to Boulder to play the top team in the conference record-wise. If they win there, they will have the conference championship because they'll tie in losses, but have the break on the head-to-head. So far, the SaberCats done a great job of keeping Frank Ryder under check. Only 1 bucket for him in the half. Kadeem there, though, in the baseline move, and the jumper cuts the lead to 1. Still no big on the floor for the SaberCats.
Yeah, and that's why they've gone to the zone, just to
Ripsum, Grove, and DeHart. And I think part of it could be, Ryder truly is not being that aggressive with the ball. They're not being very aggressive to get him the ball.
I mean, we haven't seen them play, so maybe most of his points come kind of from rebounding, offensive rebound, getting those boards. So maybe their strategy is to more box him out every single time.
Step back 3 that time by Bertolette. Just rolls in and out.
Yep, did everything right. It was a good-looking shot. Just not falling here.
Now Ryder goes ahead and says, I'm just going to take this one to the hole. A nice spin move, lays it high up the glass. He can do that anytime he wants if he gets the ball to the outside. Yeah.
Moving screen.
Now push away. Actually, it's going to be on Bertolette. He just turned around and shoved Kadeem. A little frustration. He hasn't made an outside shot yet. Just got the one layup.
And if you see Fairview, they're playing great defense. They're trying to bump him, just make him as uncomfortable as possible. That's just what Fairview's going to do. They're going to take the best player. They're going to really do what they can to take him out of what he wants to do. And they've been successful at it year after year after year.
Sure,
so.
yeah. You've been the recipient of that. You know how that works. If you go down there and if you don't think you are, if you're not one of the guys getting hit, they don't really think that much of you. Lob pass underneath the Ryder. He just goes up an easy bucket.
And that's just, I'm bigger,
quicker,
throw me the
longer,
ball. Yep.
Yeah, all those things that you need to be.
He wasn't necessarily open, but he's just so long and so big that he's open.
Yeah. Like I say, all he needs is the angle because he can stand above. Essentially, the way the team is set up on the court right now. Foul underneath going to be called. Single bonus now for the SaberCats. First foul on number 23. Moves will put Bertolette at the line. This will be the spot where you use a shooter if you're not having the night you normally have. That one had to bend, bounce, and roll around too and fall back in. Rips him back now in for Schmidt. Sometimes it just takes a couple of free throws to feel like you've got your touch back, doesn't it? Game hasn't changed, ball hasn't changed. It's just that mental bit.
Just seeing it go in.
Exactly.
That's all you need.
And I would not be surprised to see if that just sets him off. Trailing by 1 point, SaberCats can use it. Down to 40 seconds left in the half. 17-16, Fairview leads. A couple buckets in a row by Ryder. Rips him off the bench for Coach Johansson. Oh, nobody paying attention. Everybody's watching Ryder's. He went to the top of the key. Kadeem just went on in easy left-handed layup.
And that's just another perk of having such a big man. All the eyes are going to be on him, so that kind of exposes
Takes up all that defensive oxygen, as you're saying. That time Ryder made the shot change. Schilling goes inside, has it blocked.
10 seconds left.
Under 10 to play. Kadeem out top, 8 seconds. Fairview's got to find a way to get the ball in the air. Jumper from the baseline. Air ball goes over the top.
If it goes.
So after 2 quarters here, very low scoring affair so far, 19-16. The Knights visiting from Fairview lead the SaberCats of Fossil Ridge. Thanks for tuning in to PSD TV Channel 10. Stream at Sports, streamatsports.com/PSD. We'll be back here in the half to talk with some of the young players from one of our local Rocky Mountain Fever youth teams, coached by our own Cody McCoy. Stay tuned. That was a good segue.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I'm Gina, and I am UC Health. I've had some difficult things to face throughout my career, and part of that was dealing with the cancer journey of both of my parents, and I was diagnosed with cancer myself. There's so much that I can bring to my patients because I do understand, and I think that that helps me to be a better cancer doctor.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
I like easy. That's why I got this self-driving car. And why I signed up for the First Bank Anywhere account. It warns me if there's ever trouble. And with 24-hour customer support, I can get help right away. Sorry. No. No lock!
Easy should be easy. The new Anywhere account, only at First Bank.
Welcome back to Fossil Ridge High School, the start of the second half. Kind of talk about halftime there, and thanks again to your Rocky Mountain Fever youth team, coached by our own Cody McCoy. Guys learning how to play on and above, but after a pretty lackluster first half, both teams, I think you've seen the scoring, shooting expectations of both Bertolette and Ryder. Not much happened. 19-16, the Knights lead. Right out of the gate, you see the SaberCats straight man-to-man trying to really kind of want to set the pace here. They kind of went a little sleepwalking, when you say, Cody?
Yeah, just not a whole lot of intensity there in the first half defensively, which is something they always want to do. And a nice turnover here. It's kind of how you want to start it.
Little flip pass. I mean, Fairview doesn't have the bulk that these SaberCats have, but they're actually, I'd say, overall taller, the longer team. Burled up front, taking advantage of a pick by Ripson. Long three-pointer off the back of the rim. Will go out of bounds back over to the Knights. I think that puts Bertoletta either 0 for 5 or 0 for 6 from outside the arc, and just uncharacteristically cold. And just as Fairview was in the first half, very content to not want to take three-pointers. Very different from most of the teams we see.
Yep. I mean, they really want to get on the block, use that length, use that size.
Skip pass cross. Actually, right there again, not even thought. Kicked it back out top. Grad looks at it, just passes it up.
And Fossils really, I mean, they're going to dare them to shoot it. They know that they want to get it in, and so does Fossils.
Well, right now, but Ryder's starting at 10, 12 foot from the bucket. Have to settle for a little baseline jumper. Ryder, 18 foot away. He's not going to do you much good with that athleticism back there. That'll be 3 fouls on the starting point guard for the Knights, Carson. He's going to have to go to the bench. Kadeem back who actually came in and had a very good second quarter. Probably had 6 points by himself on just hustle plays. First foul of the half for either team. Schmidt, Ripson, Grove, Eberhardt, and Bertolette on the floor. Grove going in.
And he faded just enough to not get that foul call.
Yeah, he didn't go through him, and that's a great point. He didn't go vertical or into the defender at all. And just a nice stop. My Grad was just keeping his arm straight up, wasn't he? Well, reverse doesn't go for Ryder. Rebound by Ripson.
And he wanted to go straight up, but there's enough pressure up in the air to force him kind of around. Great take by Jackson Everhart.
Yeah, Jackson Everhart just takes it on down off the wing, just exploiting his athleticism. So quick. Gets that rim so fast, and as you said, 2 hands on the ball. That's for all you young players out there. Finish with both hands is a much easier way to score. And an easy travel call. Grad on the blow-by and goes in for the big one-hander, the dunk, but
a travel first.
Yeah, with a 1.5 step lead, a little easier to go by somebody. Burlette, the backcourt now picked up by just checked in Moose, number 23. Burlette goes the lane, scoops underneath, lays it up, finger roll good.
And that's something that he needs to get kick-started.
Well,
he
yeah,
needed a
obviously
bucket down there.
He is ice cold from the outside, so you got to have some scoring. Puts the SaberCats dupe to go back up in front. Just momentarily, boy, I tell you, Ryder that time.
Just split the defender, went up real strong. Nice little Wilt Chamberlain finger roll there.
Baby finger roll, and instead of a dunk. Bertolette pullback. That time the jumper's good. Like I say, you make a layup or two, you make a free throw, do the things that get you to see the ball going in, and everything kind of comes back. SaberCats need that up 22-21 with 4:58 left here in the third quarter. David Haase along with Cody McCoy. Joined soon by Kevin Lytle for a little spot here in our third quarter. Three-point attempt out. No one crashing the boards for the Knights that time. Good checkouts. Bertolette streaking down court, easy layup, no defense on him. Nobody even picked him up.
I think that's what this timeout is going to be for.
Exactly. So Fairview will take a timeout on the court, trailing now by 3, 24-21. You're watching Stream It Sports. This would be about as good a time to get Kevin in.
Yeah, this will be.
I'm Gina, and I am UC Health. I've had some difficult things to face throughout my career, and part of that was dealing with the cancer journey of both of my parents, and I was diagnosed with cancer myself. There's so much that I can bring to my patients because I do understand, and I think that that helps me to be a better cancer doctor.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
Back here now in the early parts of the third quarter, a quick little start out of the gate. I'm joined by Kevin Lytle from the Colorado and for a bit here on the call. Kevin, you see the change in the lineup coming out, going two bigs and all the solids and moving out Bertolette to the point.
Yeah, I think it works on a couple different ways. One, defensively, Fairview doesn't want to shoot outside 10 feet. So if you have a couple bigs in there to control Ryder, make sure he doesn't get going, that seems to be a way to shut Fairview down, because it seems like anyone who gets the ball, they're wide open on the three-point lines. Fossil's not even trying to guard it. And then Bertolette, obviously, ball in his hands, good look. It seems a lot of times these shooters, it's not necessarily a three that gets them going, just getting the ball in the basket. He got a nice layup there. All of a sudden, he looks pretty confident. Even trying to play some D a little bit.
Well, I think they all probably got, I would imagine.
I'm guessing it was a lively halftime.
Yeah, somebody go in there and lit a fire, because they certainly didn't have the effort you'd expect. Foul on Bertolette on the block there.
Yeah, you wonder if that first half they maybe had a little bit of an eye toward Boulder on Thursday, that if Fossil wins tonight, that would be a conference title game. But the key there is,
you've got to
you have to win tonight.
Yeah, business in front of you.
And that was the concern of all the coaches on the bench tonight.
Yep, they're aware of it. They know how kind of the high school mind works. It's pretty easy to get lost in where you're at.
Good throw down court. Jackson Everhart across to Bertolette off the glass. 5-point lead now for the SaberCats. Well, as you talked about there too, when you can get Bertolette and then Everhart out on the break, there's not going to be any teams that want to stay up with them.
Yeah, and you can just see a total change in energy here in the third quarter. That first half was totally lethargic from Fossil Ridge. Like you said, I think Johansson woke him up a bit.
Well, and Fairview, I'm not sure, they're ice cold from the outside and reluctant to take it too, which, is part of the problem there.
Yeah,
late call, but a good call there.
Yeah, like I say, Fossil Ridge knows they can just sag everyone down toward the paint, clog that up, and disrupt from there.
Substitution for Fairview now. Heisner out. 15 back in is Whittle. Whittle, Kadeem, Grad along with Ryder. Pull up three from the outside. Not really an offensive play, just an I'm going to take a shot moment there, and I'm not sure that that's really going to take you very far as a team. You've got to be red hot in those nights. Ryder over the top of Ripsom.
Ripsom's doing a good job on him this quarter. He's been bothering
big
him.
And athletic, and he just can't go by him. He can knife around, but not a chance to just squeeze by Colby Ripsom.
No, if you get around him, you earn it. He's a big, strong kid. He's a perfect player in situations like this. Oh, my gosh.
Almost a lob pass that went in. Schmidt in the lane, goes up, Gets the block, but the swing on the arm there, Cody. Grad went up and took a defensive swing at it, not really a block. How often do you think you're not going to get that called?
Oh, man. It was a nice pass. They saw that there was no help side. Was able to kind of lob it over, even though he's a smaller guard. Went up strong, got the foul.
First shot up by Schmidt is good. 2:58 left here in the third. 27-21, SaberCats. Will the Coloradoan go down to Boulder to watch the game if the SaberCats win tonight?
We unfortunately will not be able to make that trip. Wish I could. That's if it does turn out that way, going to be a really fun game. I know that's a big atmosphere.
Wow, that was just an explosive move that time. Ryder went ahead and said, I'm going to get the ball on the block, Cody. Turned around, strong hook, and got the foul from Ripson at the same time.
Yeah, that's what we talked about with. There's a lot of big men in Colorado, but not a lot of big men with moves.
Yeah.
And that's what puts them apart from a lot of the big men.
There's the skill set there, and there's the finish.
If he can shoot free throws, then forget about it.
Yeah, there you go. That's what makes you a Division I player with that size.
2:46 left here in the third. 27-24 SaberCats lead. Schilling penetration back out to Bertolette. Three-pointer rolls around, doesn't fall. Rips him, nice rebound, and he's going to get a foul. Basically because he jumped into Ryder's arms. Ryder didn't really do anything defensively there other than be there.
Yep, that's one where the foul comes earlier by not boxing him out and letting Ripsum get the rebound. If you do your work early, you don't have to worry about it, but Ripsum earns himself the free throws.
First is up and good. And that'll get Ryder a little time on the pine. He's back out. Substitution in is number 32, Tice. Second one, though, knocked out, picked up by Kadeem. Long rebound. He's picked up by Schilling, who's in the game now, too. Schilling, Schmidt, Ripsum, Bertolette, and Everhart. I think without Ryder in there, you see the more traditional set for the SaberCats with one post. Try to spell both Grove and Ripsum. Three-pointer again. Fairview just
Fossil's getting out and running a little bit now.
Yeah.
And that first half was at a pace we're not used to seeing. And Bertolette, he probably doesn't get many rebound and ones, but that's what you get when you run.
Well, and you get out and fill those lanes, and the reward is that you're in the right place for the putback like that. Fairview gets the quick foul. Grove in back now for Ripsum. Nice hand from the parents and the bench for Colby Ripsum's effort on Ryder, I would say, has been stellar.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done a great job. One of those, he doesn't have any big stats this game, but playing a really important role.
Bertolette finishes out the three-point play. Officials a stop play. I'm not sure what the point is. Somebody may have a little bit of blood. Either way, Bertolette gets to exit the game.
Looks like Bertolette heading down to the trainer, got a little cut somewhere.
You'd think on an all-white jersey you'd find it, but it's better
it's
eyes
hard to
closer.
hide.
Yeah.
If it's Fairview, it's a little easier to hide that.
Yeah.
So you always do when you're playing. Try and find the dark spot in your jersey, rub it off there.
He's going through there, but either way, you're off the court. Cody, about now your dad be saying back in the day we wanted blood in our unis.
That showed something, right?
Yeah, oh heck yeah. And I wanted it to be somebody else's. Nice job of contesting the shot at the baseline up underneath there, out of bounds off the Knights. SaberCats will bring it back in bounds, leading 31-24. With a minute 37 left in the third here. This game, they could probably do a long ways to get them secure.
Yeah, especially with Ryder out, if Fossil can go on just a mini run here at the end of the quarter, they could kind of get this one under control. And
nice
that's
runner.
a real nice finish.
Yeah, Mike Schilling into the lane, the little runner. Tony Parker knocks it down.
Yeah.
One other part of that too, Weatherly, second leading scorer for Fairview, is not even playing tonight. He's on the bench in a sling.
Yeah, that definitely hurts because if Fossil can get this, that's a nice.
Well, I tell you, Sarouche Kadeem has had several good plays tonight, and just as a player, you got to respect his game. How he plays it around the rim for the big guys.
That's a big basket because I think if Fossil Ridge can push this up over 10 after 3, with Fairview's limited outside options, it's going to be pretty hard to come back. But a couple stops for Fairview and a couple looks inside, and they can change this pretty quickly.
36 to play now in the third quarter. Burley on the drive, no one around there, swatted away though. Part of the thing when you got somebody waiting for you there, you have to do an over-under move. You're kind of at the mercy if there's somebody there. It's not that tough a block. But his instincts were good. Nobody's in front of him. Take it to the hole. Nobody followed him though.
Yep.
Schilling to inbounds now, has to kick it out front to Everhart. Senior passes up the 3. Schilling gathers his feet after he came to a sliding stop.
Yeah, you kind of wonder if that might be a travel. If
I was waiting for the whistle.
Slid a little bit of a ways, but
exactly
got away with it.
Either way, the bucket was on the fadeaway. Nice recovery, and it was good. 35-26. The Knights trail. They take the timeout. So we'll have a chance to go through a moment here and set a play. And I don't know if we saw Ryder check back in and trying to get yourself a design play underneath for him. Because as you said, Kev, if you're trailing by 9 and you don't get that cut back to, that double-digit number is just that block in your mind on whether or not you're in the game or not.
Yeah, definitely. And again, with the way Bertolette's come on this quarter, and Fossil's offense in general, they're moving a lot better. Mm-hmm. You figure they're going to keep scoring some, whereas the first half they're pretty
and Ryder did check back in.
Yeah, because I think, like you say, Fairview feels they probably need a basket here.
Worked it around, 3-pointers up. First one of the night is good. Knocked down by number 15 for the Knights, Whittle. So just like they drew it up, they bring Ryder in as a decoy, and they knocked down their first 3. And a travel call on the other end with 4.5 seconds left. You've got time to make a play. All of a sudden, it was looking like 10's down to 6, and if you get a little luck, you're even closer.
Yeah,
Fairview's going to have to get the ball in bounds. Oh, that's a great look ahead. It's going to be 2-on-1. Sideline to, and not even a foul call. Coach Burks is a little upset. I don't blame him there, but I think maybe Ryder just completely lost it. He didn't show that he had anything wrong with that. So after 3 quarters here at Foster Ridge High School, SaberCats lead the Knights 35-29. You're watching Stream It Sports.
Maybe he just got enough of the ball and just took the ball in his hands. I like easy.
Oh, yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
That's why I got this self-driving car. And why I signed up for the First Bank Anywhere account. It warns me if there's ever trouble. And with 24-hour customer support, I can get help right away. Sorry. No lock!
Easy should be easy. The new Anywhere account, only at First Bank.
Wherever it is you want to go, all you need to see is the next 200 feet. That's how life unfolds. A leap of faith. Even if you can't see it, your destination is out there. So just keep going, and you'll get there. 200 feet at a time. The Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Starting the fourth quarter now here at Foster Ridge High School. 35-29, SaberCats lead. First 3-pointer of the game right at the end was a chance to cut the lead a little bit. Bertolette, though, out of the gate, is going to earn a trip to the line. Shooting 2. First one's good. He's about as automatic as you can get in Colorado from the free throw line.
Yeah, the Boulder coach is sitting up here scouting out for Thursday. He said Bertolette's shooting about 95% from free throw, which sounds about right. We saw him miss 3 the other night. I don't think he missed 3 all season. So
pretty hard to believe. 2-for-2 trip there. Once again, David Haase along with Cody McCoy on production night. Chris Colton on camera. Joined here in the second half by Kevin Lytle from the Coloradoan. As you said, the Boulder coach is around too, just trying to soak a little knowledge in to see what you're going to have on the court.
Yep, Boulder has a bye tonight, so Fossil is...
Which I think is, that can both be good and bad, but this time of the year, I think with your legs, I think it's actually all good.
Yeah.
Ryder underneath. Quickly just Grove and Ripsom got him both inside. Three-pointer taken by Fairview, though. Just
right now, other than that one open three at the end of the third, the strategy's working pretty well. Just make sure you shut down Ryder and let him shoot from outside.
Josh Grove backs up from three. The big man knocks down the three, 40-29. So a quick little burst to 5 points, puts an 11-point lead on the Knights.
Grove is an interesting player, pretty versatile, and we've been talking about him defending inside, but that ability to step back and hit a three like that kind of throws an element that teams probably don't expect.
Tipped away by Everhart. Jackson Everhart just does so many things on the basketball court to help your team. Tonight he's already had a couple of rebounds where he didn't get the rebound, but he tipped it to a teammate. Grove reached around. They're going to say he got a bit of a hand. It was a reverse layup coming up for the Knights, Carson, but he didn't have the I'm mad reaction. He had the bad, like, oh, I really just got leather there. But as so often we say, there's only one opinion that matters. Carson knocks down the front end. 40-30, 6:51 left here in the game. 10-point lead. Low-scoring game. Neither team really putting more than a 2 or 3 bucket run together.
No, it's definitely not what you would probably expect traditionally from a Fossil Ridge team. You know, they like to get up and down, but
had a couple of spurts, and I think part of the methodical play for Fairview.
I think Fossil is still kind of learning how to play when teams are so concentrated on shutting down Bertolet. It's still, even this late in the season, kind of a learning experience, I think, for them.
Yep, other people got to take over, and they're kind of figuring out who's going to do that.
Well, that's the difference between having a shot taken in motion versus just a shot taken. Everhart three-pointer goes, sets his feet up and squares it up, knocks it down.
That's one of those right there where we're talking. They just move the ball around, not trying to force to Bertolet or anything, end up with a great shot.
Strong to the hoop, but strong as the rejection by Ripsom. They're in. Everhart takes it down, and a roll around falls. Trying to figure out what the call was out there.
I think it was just a whistle for injury.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think there's a
But
foul.
I don't know how that goes with that layup. That wasn't in the hole yet, but it was.
I would think it's got to count. It's up on the board.
Of course it is. They're playing at home.
Yeah, I think the ref may have just gotten a little over anxious with the whistle.
That's what Fairview's coach kind of pleading, like, hey, it wasn't in.
By the way,
I wouldn't want to be the ref that had to go tell Matt Johansson they're going to take it off, though.
Yeah, 45-40, 31,
couldn't be more right.
14-point lead. Kadeem down court. Ryder quickly double teamed with both Ripsom and Everhart.
Fairview's going to need a couple buckets and a couple stops within the next minute here. This one could be done.
Lob underneath, Ryder bounces in. Baby hook is good. Boy, he's automatic from 8 feet, isn't he? Yeah. And I'm surprised they don't do more of that. Bertolet pulls up three-pointer. That one's good. That one was taking a little bit more flow in the offense. Guys are
good
still
rhythm
attacking
shot,
the rhythm.
stepped into it.
Yeah, moving down and going after it. So 5:18 left here in the fourth quarter with the SaberCats leading by 15. Timeout taken by the Knights from Fairview. You're watching Streaming Sports.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Back here now, starting the fourth quarter. Thanks again to Kevin Lytle from the Coloradoan, pitching in on the call with us here, adding a little perspective. And I think, Cody, you've seen these SaberCats come out the second half and kind of shake off the doldrums, but big part of that, like I say, your second leading scorer, your outside shooter, Weatherly, is not playing at all for the Knights tonight, and they are bone cold
from the outside.
From 15 foot or further.
Yeah, I mean, they came out a great first half, a lot of energy. Fossil had really no energy defensively, which is kind of where everything takes place, is everything builds off of Foster's defensive energy. And I think halftime they kind of got an earful and came out completely different.
Yep. Carson inbounds now to Kadeem, picked up by Everhart. Well, Kadeem works his way in there, gets a push call against him. I really got to like the game that Sarush Kadeem plays, number 5.
Yeah, and he's been guarding Bertolette most of the game. The first half, he did a great job.
A very explosive athlete, very physical player. A little inside-out play that time to Ryder, tipped away by Everhart. I tell you, for all the things, I mean, Braxton Bertolette being the superlative scorer, leading 5A, but if you talk about plus points for your team, Jackson Everhart, I think, would be your leader.
Yep.
Tips, steals, rebounds, defensive influences, all those things that complement a good scorer. Another three-pointer attempt by the Knights doesn't go. And that'll be the 5th foul on Carson. Tries to slide himself in front of Bertolette. He was out of position to start. Bertolette's way too quick. That's 18 fouls. Oh, actually, I was wrong for Mr. Carson. He gets one more bite at the apple. That's his 4th. But that's 18 fouls already on the Knights. Front end of that 1-on-1 for Bertolette is good. Tell Bertolette's starting to settle down now. A little bit rhythm back in the shot. Second one is in, puts the SaberCats up by 17 now, 50-33 with 4:53 left in the game. Ryder in the lane, baby hook over the top of Ripson, doesn't go, rebounded by the Cats. Everhart baseline jumper, rolls around, doesn't fall, rebound by Carson. Baseline jumper, short, rolls out. Boy, Colby Ripson's just done a great job this game.
He's just locking him every time the ball's up.
Yeah.
He is on him.
Well, Sarush Kadeem just took a whole lot of shoulder there trying to get in with the big guys. Physical for a guard, but I think actually he's got a bloody nose. He's going to have to come out of the game. He's going to have to, the officials are going to have to stop the game. Yeah, he does. I think his...
was it on the rebound? Or?
Yeah, no, his face meant Colby Ripson's shoulder, and that's a bad place to be. Going to hustle down to see the SaberCats trainer. And that's a blow to the Knights for sure, because it's going to be a loss of him here. 4 minutes to play in the game. It might be difficult to get that thing stopped up in time. Schmidt inbounds now. Three-pointer outside by Grove. You tell he's not used to getting a shot blocked from the outside.
Yeah, he's long, he's got a big body. You're not used to that.
Well, and a big guy shot outside is generally a slower mechanical process than it was. Boy, Carson on Schmidt. Carson keeps battling, even with the 4 fouls. Tips it out of bounds. SaberCats inbound. Bertolette slides around. He's going to get the blocking call. That one will be 5 on Carson. He can't believe it because I never moved. I was there waiting, but Bertolette does such a nice job of going in, creating the angle,
sliding around,
taking an angle through the player on defense who's not, you're going away, so you catch inside of him. Just a great way to draw the foul. And scorers have to get to the line, don't they?
Yep, every great scorer is usually above 80+%.
Yep.
It just needs to be automatic.
Fantastic year shooting from the line, and overall, obviously. Bertolette's and one puts the Cats up now by 20, 53-33, with 3:33 left in the game. Ryder inbounds, has to kick it back out. Baseline. Grad from the free throw line, jumpers up, nice touch, backspin, rolls in. Substitution that was in for the Knights is number 40, Jake Pikinen. For Kadeem, who I don't know if we'll see him again. But Garrett Schmidt just had to kind of throw it. He's a little off balance there. Pikinen kind of influenced his shot right away. Surprised there wasn't a reach call. The 18-point lead, the officials might say, let's run a little clock too. Three-pointer from the top, doesn't go. Rebound Everhart, out to Bertolette. Hits his stride, kicks it back to Everhart. Oh, nice pump fake, goes up hard. Draws a good foul from Grad. Grad just says, I'm not going to give you the freebie. You're going to have to go to the line for your two. First one's up and good. Thanks to super fan of the Lampkins, Eric Sampson. We had a report on the Broomfield Collins girls game tonight. Final, Broomfield 62, Collins girls 42. So we will have the Collins at home on Thursday for doubleheader boys and girls. Wrap up our broadcast here. Riders baseline jumper long. .220 to play in the game now, 55-35. Everhart goes in, dunk right down the middle. That's the way to part the sea. Went down the middle with a purpose, didn't he?
And he's been wanting to do that as long as I've known him.
Well, on senior night,
yep.
Your last game on your home floor, your
Why
regular season, and a steal. Might be back-to-back. No chance. Nice job hustling back the Knights. Deny the shot. Photographer on the baseline became part of the play and lost
got
a chunk
kicked off the camera. Those are expensive too.
I'm sure that was cheap. So 2 shots coming up for Everhart here. First one is good. Substitution. Heisner back in, number 3. Kaufman, Pikkanen, along with Ryder and Whittle for the Knights. Everhart, Grove, Ripsum, Bertolette, and Schmidt. Boy, everywhere Ryder's been, he's got 2 bodies on him.
Yep, they've just
long
they played great defense on him.
Pikkanen.
Great find, though. He's been moving the ball. I know it's frustrating, but he's been making his teammates better and getting them shots.
No, he does a great job involving everybody. Like I say, he's a very good passer. SaberCats kind of content to run some clock, leading by 21, minute 20 left. Ripsam goes up, blocked. Ripsam wanted the 2-hand dunk, didn't he? And actually, Ryder there had time to go around. Everhart just denies him the contact with the rim. Ryder will go to the line for 2. Ryder and Everhart there exchanging a couple of pleasantries. Seen that happen a couple times tonight. And on the good side, you can tell when they're not. First one, though, off the heel of the rim. Number of substitutions in the game now. Cam DeHart, 33, is in. Taking those seniors off and giving them a hand. Cole Schilling, no senior, back in the game. Along with number 24, Dane Van Wy. Mike Schilling on the court also. Second one by Ryder is good. He's going to be substitution out. Would imagine probably that'll be the night for him. Back in the game is Tice, number 32. Bertolette content to just dribble out away from the rim. Getting mugged, and finally a call. Actually going to call traveling.
That was just an odd possession. They could have called it many things. Could have called it travel. They could have called a foul, jump ball.
Well, there was, guys all over him, hands on, but none of the hand checking, just going after the ball, and they kind of stumbled with it. But either way, Bertolette's done for the night. Substitution into the game now for him, Nick Girardi. Pikkanen, 3-pointer. That's his third of the second half, Cody. And if you'd have had him in earlier, you almost got to wonder how do you the game changes.
Yeah, with just any outside threat would have helped.
Their only outside shooter didn't really play at all this game, Weatherly. Girardi's baseline jumper is off, rebounded. 25 to play. 17-point lead for the SaberCats. Under 15 to play. Substitutions waiting to come in. Pikinen again, another three-pointer, his fourth of the half. And the game's going to run out with guys trying to get checked in. And they're both saying turnover, but it's not going to happen.
Help me out.
Yeah, and that'll be the game. Substitutions, two of them trying to get in there. It's kind of funny. Andrew Schimmel's the guard, along with another teammate. I'm trying to think. Oh, it's actually a 34 over there, Calvin Marley. Both getting substituted in, and they were trying to tell their teammates, kick it, drop it, do something, give me a whistle.
Help me out a little bit.
But it didn't happen. So after a big lead of over 20 points, several three-pointers when the game was completely decided by the Knights, by Pikinen, but just pulls them back within 14. Either way, though, a dominating second half by the SaberCats takes them to a 59-45 win, sets them up to go down to Boulder for the conference title. So thanks again tonight to Kevin Lytle from the Colorado joining us and reporting. Thanks again to your young 8th grade team that you've got with Rocky Mountain Fever. Rocky Mountain Fever is our banner sponsor. Feverhoops.com, go check them out. So for David Haase tonight, I'm David Haase along with Cody McCoy and Chris Colton. Thanks for tuning in to PSD TV, Channel 10, and Stream It Sports. We'll see you Thursday.
Poudre School District High School basketball, live on Stream It Sports and PSD Channel 10, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By University of Colorado Health, we improve lives from healthcare to health. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado.